Good day, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. It's time for the 48-hour analysis. It's the 1st of April, and during the intro, I wanted to put more of a focus on, well, potential bad things. So normally I'd sit here and say, let's go take a look at all the newer skins and figure out what potentially might be the best investment, what could potentially make us some delicious profits, but bad times are ahead of us. And basically, by default, I'm going to sit here and say it straight up now. I think I'm only going to want to do buy orders from here on now. Buying actual skins just appears to be a bit too risky. If you're thinking, well, what do you mean by that? I mean by, it's very likely that all Rust skins that are going to be in the Rust store from here and now will be going below their Rust store price. And if you want to play it smarter in terms of investing and trying to make profits, you're much better off just doing buy orders, and that's just the way it is. It's unfortunate to say, but again, this is a routine thing that tends to happen. By default, it is expected. Usually, we see loads of people playing around towards the end of December because, of course, time off during Christmas time. You know, people aren't in school, people aren't at work, and you get the idea. But eventually, they do have to go back, and that's why we are starting to see the average player count go down and the peak player counts going down. But this happened pretty much all of last year, and it's happened in all of the previous years. By default, this was expected, and I've seen it all happen before. So don't worry too much. But your skin prices are going to get cheap now. And there is the added thing of, well, you know, there's a CSGO major starting in next month. Like, in about a month's time, 4 weeks' time, we're going to see some new CSGO sticker capsules and autograph stickers and souvenir packages, and loads of people like to put their money towards them because they tend to be very reliable investments. So wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if all of these Rust skins end up getting cheaper and cheaper. But again, this happens routinely. So if you're going to look at all of these skins and you're going to think by default, okay, what's potentially the best thing to buy? I'd just sit here and say, no, just do a buy order. That is going to be pretty much my answer from here on now for the next 3-4 months. Yeah, because again, like, it's just a bit too risky, and if you do actually straight up buy them, like, you're gonna very likely lose money, and you're gonna have to wait until December 2023, which is going to be, oh, you know, just another 8 months to go until you can actually start making a profit again. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you probably don't want that. So my estimate is for the next 4 months, prices are going to be pretty bad. But as we hit around August time, prices might perk up a bit. But then, of course, they go back down again as we enter October time, and it usually hits rock bottom around the end of October. So just keep, you know, be prepared and understand how this is all routine. There are obviously the other factors based on these skins, sales, and, you know, you get the idea. There's all those other things, but by default, from here on now, it's probably best to just do buy orders. So that was the introduction that I felt the need to do. Yeah, so shall we begin? Let's start talking about the pirate bandana. Bandana? Wait, what? Uh-oh. Is that called bandana on here as well? Yeah, uh-oh. Oh, no. No, surely not. Surely, uh-oh. Oh, no. Well, that's something that we're going to have to probably keep an eye out for. I wouldn't be surprised if before this becomes marketable next week, they change that to bandana. Looks like we had a little typo, so yeah. I'm sure that's going to be fixed next week, don't worry. So, gentlemen, this pirate bandana, we were talking about how bandana skins, we don't really tend to see that many of them. On average, you'd see 2 a year. Last year was a little bit different. We saw 4. But yet, on average, we only see about 2. And typically, we tend to see the ones that are part of a collection becoming the good investments. Basically, they tend to be the ones that actually get bought out and, you know, are used. And anyway, point I'm trying to get across is Pirate Bandana with the Poncho are look to be the very beginning of a new collection. Mr. Y9J, I'm pretty sure, is invested to continue it and make some new things. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. But just be aware, this is potentially going to be doing better if we do see more pieces appear. That's basically what happened to Pizza Bandana. Nobody really cared for this. And then, you know what? I can show you. Look what it was like when it first came out. It came out, then it went up a bit. And why did it go up a bit? Because we saw new pizza skins being accepted. And then more. So yeah, basically, by default, at the moment, it's not going to be super appealing. No, not in terms of its like appearance. That looks cool. By default, this design, I like what this is. But by default, it's not looking good. Also, After 24 hours, this had 16,000 sales. After 48 hours, it's got 23,000 sales. This is looking like oversaturation, and if you don't fully understand that, there is actual demand versus quantity, and if there's too much quantity, you get that big chunk of excess stock, and that's going to end up being put on the Steam market, that's going to end up being put on the third-party sites, and people who are trying to sell them, they're going to start undercutting each other, and undercutting each other, and undercutting each other, and of course that devalues the price of the skin, and eventually it will get fairly cheap. So yeah, this looks like oversaturation has taken place. This is looking to be a bit of a problem. Wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if we potentially reach around 35,000 sales, probably, and that is a fair bit too high. Like, the amount of this compared to this, oh, that's a bit strange, isn't it? But yeah, that's unfortunate. I am looking at that now purely with the idea of only wanting to do maybe like a 70-cent buy order. That's my current look. Sold too much. Cool design. It's not too crazy in terms of its appearance, but it's still a very cool design. But yeah, too many people bought. And I will always say this. If you like it, please, by all means, buy it, use it, enjoy it. That applies to every single skin. But if we were looking at this trying to make a profit, I think I only want to do a buy order, and I think I only want to do between 60 to 70 cents at the moment. So that's my current look at that. Then, of course, we have the Poncho. Poncho's probably going to end up with around maybe 25,000 sales, probably almost 30. And if we were to compare that to all of the most recent ones that have come out, like Raven Poncho, that had almost 40,000, that still did good. Blackout Poncho had over 40,000 and it's gone back down again. When times were good, this was in the positive, but now it's gone down again. And when times are good again, it will go back up again. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. But yeah, this is another black poncho. What I'm saying is, it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird to look at. It's awkward. If we do see more pirate stuff, which 1RJ, again, I say, is interested in doing, then I think these two will progress very nicely. It's just, yeah, they've sold more. Like, the best thing is to point out, once again, the pizza stuff. Like, what's the price of the pizza poncho right now? $6. That actually peaked up to around $8 because we kept seeing more and more pizza skins being accepted. The very same thing could happen to likes of the pirate poncho, but this only sold like 10,500. This has already done 17,000. Yeah, I'm looking at both of these and I'm thinking, you know what, buy orders probably the best way to go. And, you know, I already said that by default at the very beginning. So yeah, buy orders are the way to go with these. Let's move on. Jackhammer from Hell. Very nice to see more From Hell skins being accepted, but they tend to not do very well. Yeah. Only the Rug from Hell out of the recent batch is currently doing all right. When times were good, were they doing better? Of course they were. The crossbow from Hell is selling for like $4, like just about 2 months ago. Now it's down to $1.40 again. This was selling for about $5. Now it's gone down again. So yeah, these all do good when times are good, but when people stop playing, they don't care anymore and the prices go back down again. So this right here, I think it's going to be going up and down and up and down. And of course, immediately afterwards, immediately when this is out of the rust store, what do you reckon is going to happen? It's going to go down. But when people come back, it's going to go back up. So maybe this is going to be a situation where I look at it and think, you know what, maybe I'm better off just doing maybe like a $1.70 buy order. Buy them all for cheaper, sell them all for a decent price later on. You know, this is the way we're going to have to operate from here on now. You might sit there and say, but it's glow in the dark, it's not so good. But then again, why would you even go outside and, you know, get your resources at night? Especially mining. Yeah, you don't want to make yourself too much of a target, so it does look cool. It does look cool. Come on, look at it. Look at it. It's awkward, but it is the only. It is the second only glow-in-the-dark jackhammer. We did have the ghost catcher jackhammer. This has never really gone too low in price, and it's never really gone too high in price. Again, it goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down. But with the amount of sales that we have on this at the moment, we're definitely surpassing that. This is probably going to end up with around 25,000 sales. So at the moment, I'm still looking at this with a buy order. I know jackhammers tend to do a bit weird. Only the comics one tends to hold up value all throughout the year. But all of these other ones tend to go a bit weird, so by default, buy order. Then we've got the Frog Rock. Pog Frog. It's got 14,000 so far in terms of sales. I believe we're probably going to be around 22,000 to 25,000 sales for this guy. Will we see a potential new rock skin being accepted anytime soon? Well, there's a lot of rock skins that were submitted during the Easter submissions just this past week. I think we're going to see another Easter rock skin being accepted. So the fact that you might sit there and say, oh, we're probably not going to see another rock skin for a while. No, I do think we're going to see an Easter rock being accepted. If you've seen Easter chick rock, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We're getting a lot of animal themed rocks. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Ideal does end up making some more frog themed skins. Maybe we'll see some frog... Actually, no, we already have frog cosplay, don't we? I was about to say, oh, damn it. Yeah, think of the many potential things that we could see, and yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he continues it. There's a lot of interest, a lot of people like it. Facepunch themselves tweeted this because they liked it so much, and of course, then it was accepted. Yeah, I can see this doing nicely in the future, but I could also see this potentially going below its Rust or price still. It's really awkward. It is really awkward, but you know, it takes one YouTuber to make a nice video about it, and then suddenly it's huge. It's gone all the way up in price. You know, could frog rock take over fish rock? I'm just saying. But you know, it's cool. But at the moment, I'm looking at that and thinking, you know what, I could just probably do like a $1.70, $1.80 buy order. And I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in the future I will end up buying them. So yeah, that's my current look at it. But remember, this is abnormal, that's abnormal, that's abnormal. We don't need to care too much about it. We do have our abnormal buy orders that we can do. At the moment, yeah, buy orders are the way. Abyss Metal Door, not selling as much as the other deplorable skins of the Abyss collection. I guess it's because we've got other things to... Yeah, I mean, like, when these came out, these were the standout skins. When this has come out, there's other skins that have taken most of the interest. And then again, you know, sheet metal doors, they can be a little bit awkward. It's a good-looking door, by the way. It's a very good-looking door. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess people just don't really care too much about sheet metal doors, which is weird, because you do use them a lot. I don't know. Skins for these... Strange. I thought that looked good. Nope, down 52%. Oh, okay, we've got another resource collection skin here. Maybe that'll do all right, much like the stone door. Nope, down 45%. It's weird. It's really weird. But yeah, that's a cool-looking skin. I think the best thing that we can compare this with is probably going to be like the Dragon Horn and the Toxic Sheet Metal Door. Toxic Dragon. So Toxic Dragon, very cool glow-in-the-dark door, down 38%. But that did sell for $3.49. This sold for... this is selling for $3. What about Dragonhorn? Dragonhorn. Where's Dragonhorn? Dragonhorn's also down in price. Okay, so I it's not selling that much though. Guys, maybe this is just going to be a situation where we offer $2. Wouldn't be surprised if we do pick them up for $2, but I would be surprised if this does do very nicely when times are good again. It's a very cool looking door, very cool design. Stands out very nicely, wonderful texture work and whatnot made by Mr. Little Ranger, of course. But yeah, maybe we just want to play it a little bit safer. So yeah, I'm thinking just, you know, stick with Bardo. So it's abnormal, so you get the idea. Crossbownana, very fun, very goofy, bright and yellow. The only yellow crossbow skin that we have out of all of this lot. Ta-da! There's so many, but that's the only yellow one. Yeah. Crossbows tend to do quite alright. Crossbows tend to hold their value, and when times are good, crossbows tend to go straight into the positive. Now, this is the second banana-themed skin to be accepted, but I'm still thinking this is going to go below its Rust or price. I mean, with the recent ones, that's what I wanted to show you. With the recent crossbows, we had the likes of Dragon Rage one, didn't we? And I thought potential good things for it, but it still went down by 25%. So I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if this also goes down by at least 25% as well. Buy order. So yeah, that is my current look, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be doing super great. Recycler box, cool looking box, nice and in theme with the, you know, in game it's all worn out and whatnot, you know, all by design. But it's not the most colourful, appealing looking large box skin. It hasn't sold that much. I don't think it has tons of demand. I don't think it's going to be doing super greatly in the future. Will it do nicely enough where you can get your money back at some point in the future? Yeah, I think it could. But again, I know a lot of people just look at it and think, it's not that, it's yucky, you know. So I can imagine a lot of people not going to go super crazy for a skin that looks like that. But I can respect it for what it is, Mr. Neville, Mr. Valorca. You wanted something that's clearly shown it's been used a lot, worn out over time and all that. It's nice to see skins like this being accepted. Not everything needs to be bright and colourful and brand new looking. So good stuff there. Maybe we'll see this turn into a collection. It could happen, but yeah. by default, especially of large boxes. This being an independent large box at the moment, I don't think it's going to hold up very nicely. Maybe we'll go take a look at the likes of like that barbecue large box that came out not too long ago, and it's down by 19%. Crate box down by 12%. Industrial craft box down by 41%. Large rabbit box down by 14%. Yeah, it's going to go below its Rustle price. So yeah, I'm probably just going to look at that and say, yeah, I'm going to do a buy order instead. So yep, cool. Pizza, hoodie and pants. These aren't really moving like crazy. They've only done 7,000 sales each so far after 2 days. We're probably going to end up very equal to the amount of sales that the tier 3 had, which is about 15,000 sales each. So, honestly, I don't know. Like, it's weird. Jimmick and Lysane have said that they don't plan to make tier 2 armor, and I don't know why. And you can read that on the workshop pages for the pizza gloves and the pizza boots. I don't know what's going on. I don't fully understand, but if they do end up making it at some point, of course, it's the final core piece to the pizza collection, and yeah, loads of people probably like to have it. Loads of people would. I think the appeal of dressing up as pizza isn't doing super great. Like, I should point this out. We have had some very weird problems with the Steam market over these past few days, and well, not that. It was a struggle to sell these. It was a struggle to buy these for a lot of people, and they didn't really gain any traction. There's also a case of, is there actual demand to actually buy these and dress up as a pizza person? Yeah, there's that. Again, when all of the people return at the end of this year, are they going to want to dress up as a pizza? I could see it being fairly okay. You're looking at someone who owns a lot of tier 3 armor, by the way. You're looking at someone who owns a lot of tier 3 armor. At the moment, I still stick with my guns. I'm sitting there saying that pizza, hoodie and pants very likely will be going to below their Rustle price. But will they end up progressing nicely in the future? I think they will. I can see the appeal of just dressing up like a pizza person at some point in the game. Like, goofy. Sometimes goofy stuff tends to work out quite alright. But you're looking for the very good times. And at the moment, for the next few months, it's going to be bad times. So yeah, maybe it's better off that you do like a 60-cent buy order on both of them. That's the way it is. So unfortunately, because of Steam, this never really went anywhere, even though we got this appearing. And then we're in this weird limbo where we don't fully know why or when or potentially if we'll see tier 2 armor being made and accepted. So right, then we got the blue lab box. It's literally just a blue box. Like, I'm just going to be straight up honest with you. I don't imagine it's going to be doing super great, but at bare minimum, I don't expect it to go too below its Rustle price. I don't expect it to go too high from its Rustle price. I think, at the very least, if you had to spend money, this is probably going to be the thing, because small boxes do have enough demand where they do get bought and whatnot. And what I'm saying is all of the small boxes during post-Christmas time were in the positive. This right here, if you're going to say, oh, if I buy it, would it eventually ever be in the positive again? I think it will. But you've got to wait a long time, and a lot of you don't want to do that, and with the expected bad times, I wouldn't be surprised if this goes down by at least 20%. So maybe again, we'll just do a buy order. It's basically that. So yeah, it's not super flashy and whatnot in game. It's nice, but it's just blue. It's just blue. No like theme or gimmick to it. It's just blue. So yeah. Right, then we got the Wasteland Eoka. This is the first Eoka skin to be accepted after 10 months. Let's just go take a real quick look at that. Yes, indeed. Now, we've got 6,400 sales at the moment. The last two to be accepted were Pixel Eoka and Cucumber Eoka. This had almost 17,000. This had almost 25,000 sales. Yeah, I think we're going to barely crack maybe 12,000 sales on this. Wasteland Collection as a whole also is in a bit of a weird spot. It's not really getting anywhere in terms of, does this look profitable? No. I'll be honest with you, I don't think people are going to go super crazy. I don't think people are going to be going super mad. So yeah, it's there. It's nice to have. I like to see a variety of skins, but I don't imagine that being a good investment. Yeah. So honestly, it might be a case of we do a 70-cent to 90-cent buy order. It's unfortunate, but that very likely could be the case. So, yeah, let's just see how many sales we have over the course of the next few days, and then we'll make a decision. And then, of course, we have the Chemical Burn SAR, continuation of the Chemical Burn Python. I like it in terms of what they've made. I really want to see Oasis and Schumer make chemical burn armor. I think that would look really cool. I think a lot of people would really like to see that. But the weapons, I can definitely see a lot of people just looking at it saying, "Oh, it's ugly." It's intended to be it's intended to look ugly in terms of like it's damaged and whatnot. But I feel like it would work a whole lot better if it was on armor and whatnot. People can see it a whole lot easier. People aren't going to notice this looks damaged from fairly further away, if you get what I mean. Only you can see it. And I don't think that's super appealing for a lot of people. So, yeah, I think that might be a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order again. So, that's all of the skins. I'm sorry if I don't sound super optimistic, but that's basically Rust skins as a whole from here and now over the course of the next few months. I am currently buying, and I think I can show this to you. Yeah, wouldn't hurt. Yeah, I'm buying a lot of weapon skins right now for like 85 cents and less. Like, all of these, yep, buying them for fairly cheap. Everything is just getting dropped off at me now. I'm not complaining, but if you happen to have a lot of buy orders, you've got to be prepared for this. You're going to be buying a lot of things from here on now, because people, well, as you can see here with the Frog cosplay kilts, they're just going to start shoveling them over to you. But if you hold on to them for a fairly reasonable amount of time, you know, when we get towards the end of this year, you'll probably sell these very comfortably for a profit in the end. But it's a long time, isn't it? And if you can't afford that, that doesn't sound very good. So you might need to start managing your buy orders a whole lot better. You might now need to start purely focusing the safe buy orders. So, yeah, it's awkward, isn't it? It is awkward. And next week, we have Easter skins. For the next 2 weeks, we have Easter skins. And that, by default, isn't going to be super great. Because, by default, holiday skins, once the holiday's over, people don't care anymore. And, yeah, they don't care to buy them anymore, and they're all going to go down in price as well. So it's just going to be very awkward, isn't it? But what we can expect is the proper release of the egg suit. We're also expecting a white Rustage egg. So that's all appearing in about 5 days' time. Very nice, and I look forward to it. And, of course, we will be expecting the, the early Rustore rotation next week as well. So that's just another thing. Because they have to push out the Easter update and all of that, wouldn't be surprised if we do see an early Rustore rotation. So be prepared for that, people. That's effectively everything. So, yeah, it's not super optimistic, is it? But it's the way it usually is. And if you can afford it, you will be picking up a lot of cheap skins over the course of the next few months. And by the time we hit December time, you'll be selling them for a whole lot more. Or you could sell them during August. You get the idea. All right. So, guys, thank you very much. Sorry if I don't sound super alive. I'm kind of struggling here with a migraine, but I wanted to make sure I got this all done. So thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and let's see what happens, and let's see what potential Easter skins we get accepted next week. Catch you all later. Bye.